Thursday afternoon chat. Your favorite artists with Jayar.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I wish I had a sound effect for this, but a first-timer on the show and a long time coming, Michael from Cochren and Company. How are you?
Hey, what's up, JR? Thanks for having me on, man.
Yes.
Doing great.
I want right out of the gate, I want to lead off with Running Home because we played, this isn't the first song we've added from you over the years, but this is the one that there's something about the song that I grew up in the 80s, so it gives me this feel good of, oh my gosh, I feel like I was in junior high listening to something like that. I know it was made in the 21st century, but I want to lead off with this. Can you just walk us up DNA of Running Home? And a lot of times I'm talking about the heart of a song, but with this song, even this kind of the feel I just described, how did that come to be as well? Yeah,
well, I'll talk about the heart first, man. It was one of the last songs that we were writing for the record, and this is our second record. The first record and a lot of the songs for this record, I spent a lot of time talking about what I've walked through, and my testimony, my struggles, and years of wondering and what God's bringing me through. And I wanted to have a song on this record that was about where I'm going and what I'm running towards now. And into the arms of God. And so it was a revisit of the prodigal son story, really. And instead of returning to God and him being angry and wanting to punish me for where I've been, what I've done, who I was, it's really just like the father greeting the son with a robe and a ring and a kiss on the cheek and wide open arms. And I just want to run into that all day long. And so I came into the right with a producer named Jeff Pardo and then Matthew West, who were writing together that day. And I said, guys, I want to write this big anthem that feels and sounds exactly like what we're saying. And so the musical influences for me really came from my whole life was a musical melting pot. My dad had a really good friend when I was growing up that was a former DJ, and he loved music of mainly 60s, 70s, 80s. And he would give me homework. Anytime we'd get together with him, he would give me a mixtape of anything from the Beatles to Van Morrison to Bob Seger to Bruce Springsteen to all this stuff. And he's like, listen to this, here. So that was all what I was raised on. And so coming into this second album, I wanted to let those influences bleed in even more. And so that song like that, I was like, guys, we really need to hit this hard with just a big 80s rock anthem that makes people want to roll their windows down and run into the arms of God.
Oh, it works. And it's funny, I did not know Matthew was was writing on it, and it makes sense because we added My Story, Your Glory from Matthew West around the same time as Running Home, and they both have these beginning just bam, where it takes you back to roll the windows down, where the speed limit is 55 miles an hour on the open freeway.
When we finished that song, I was getting texts from Matthew every week, and he was like, man, I love this song. And then he texted me again and be like, I really love this song. And I'd see him in person and be like, I wish I had a song like this. And he's like, I wait for it to be like, can I record this song? I was going to be like, no, man, I already called dibs, know.
And he's already getting paid on the co-write.
That's right. What more does he need, You
want my shirt? What more do you want from me? At the end of the year, I kind of look back at, of all the songs we played, my list, my picks of my faves. And right now, Running Home is going to be, unless something great comes out.
Hey, you never know.
Next... it's in my kind of top 5 for the year, so it's been a really great sound. Let's. I want to talk about I spent a lot of time in doing a show in Nashville and became really good friends with Toby Mac and did a lot of stuff with him on the air. And this is me coming into this question kind of blind because I notice every tour that Toby does, he'll always space it out. He'll go grab whoever's got the new hot song. But in all the tours he does, he also goes and grabs Cochren Company.
Yeah.
And so it just seems like you keep appearing on tour. So were you a DC Talk guy?
So yes and no.
Okay.
I came on way late. So I was born in 1992, first of all.
Oh, so there goes that.
I was a little late to the game. But I got a DC Talk CD, Free at Last, probably in 2002.
Yeah.
That my mom got at a yard sale. And I thought it was brand new because I wanted to listen to Nelly.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, maybe if I steer him a different direction.
Yeah.
So she got me this DC Talk record, and I listened to that thing all the time.
Which Free at Last sounds nothing like Nelly, but
no, but it
it's
was a
our
nice
version.
deterrent, it was a nice deterrent. And so I knew that record, but to be honest with you, I did not know the Jesus Freak record.
right.
I knew Toby, so City on Our Knees is one of my favorite Christian songs of all time.
Me too.
When that song came out, that was around the time when I started listening to Christian music.
Yeah.
And that song really gripped me. So to get connected with Toby, to meet with Toby, the first tour that I went out with him on was a theater tour. And he calls me and he's like, hey, I was wondering if you would maybe sing a song with me in my set. And I was like, oh, yeah, let me pray about that. Yes. And he was like,
Oh, that was quick.
Yeah, he's like, I'd like for it to be City on Our Knees. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
I mean, he had no idea that's my favorite song of his, so that's wild.
That's so funny because it never got the love. Like, to me, that is probably my favorite Toby Mac song of all time.
Yeah.
But nobody talks about it that much. And
It's enduring, though, when you see it live. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole arena erupts to sing that chorus with him. So
what was, well, I was going to ask you about the first time you met him, but if you didn't go, well, no, you were a fan.
I was a fan, for
Yeah.
sure, but more of his solo stuff than of DC Talk.
Okay. So how's the relationship now? You guys golf together, or?
Yeah, we play golf. We're friends, and I really think he brings me out as a confidence booster because
Right.
Toby's an exceptional golfer, and I'm unbelievably average.
Yeah.
And so he brings me out, and we'll play these really nice courses, and he'll shoot 3-4 over par, and I just stop keeping score.
Because this is our first time having you on, I always have to go deep in my research.
Yeah.
And so I want to have a little fun game here.
All right.
According to the World Wide Web, your influences are 3 people: Ray Charles, Billy Joel, Need to Breathe.
Big influences.
So
Yeah.
this is a round of whose song is it?
Oh gosh. Okay.
All right, I'm going to say the title of the song and which of your big 3 is this, okay?
All right.
That's Enough.
Oh gosh. That's a deep cut. Billy?
It's Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
Yeah. Don't Put All Your Dreams in One Basket.
Is that Billy?
That's Ray Charles.
Man. Wow.
Whose song is Over Now?
Need to Breathe?
Yeah, correct. Vienna.
Oh, that's Billy Joel.
Okay. See, I don't know these, so some of these might be obvious. Like if you hear
Well,
me
they
say,
haven't been so far, at least to me.
if you hear me say
But
Piano
I was raised
Man,
on greatest hits records, so
okay.
I'm
that's like me and Bob Marley. I can tell you all 10 songs on the greatest hits album, every word, but once you get outside of that,
that's
I'm
right.
like, I don't
That's
know.
right.
This Night.
Billy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Child Again.
Need to Breathe.
Correct. Haley.
Need to Breathe.
Good. Tell All the World About You.
Need to Breathe.
That sounds like it'd be a Christian song.
Yeah.
It's Ray Charles.
Yeah.
The Man I Love. They're confusing, this one.
yeah. That's not one I'm familiar with.
Me neither.
Ray?
That's Ray.
Yeah.
She's Got Away.
Billy Joel.
Okay. You Can Make Me Free.
That could be Christian. You can play that a couple different ways. Is that Need to Breathe?
That's Billy Joel.
Billy Joel.
Okay. The Heart.
I think that's Need to Breathe.
It is.
Yeah. But I think Billy Joel has a similar title.
Okay. Hang On.
Ray Charles.
That's Need to Breathe.
Dang.
Music.
That's probably Ray Charles.
It is Ray Charles. Piano Man. Just kidding. You did very well. Nice job. All right. We've been doing something on the show recently, Michael, called, I think I'm going to get a sound effect for this, Birthday Buddy Battle, where we take who your celebrity birthday buddy is. We've been doing it on brackets, like on socials, where we put like different people that are on this show. You get to claim your top 3 birthday buddies, and then we put them against each other, and you advance along a bracket. Who's got the strongest? We got one guy on staff that has Chris Tomlin as a birthday buddy, but his birthday is so strong with all these huge names that Tomlin didn't even make his top 3.
Wow.
He didn't even need Tomlin.
Wow.
So
Wow.
let's look yours up right here,
Okay.
and then I'll tell you my 3, and then we'll just do a battle between you. What's your birthday?
April 12th.
April 12th. Okay. These are your April 12th birthday buddies, and you kind of just in your mind grab your 3 strongest, and we'll put them up against me. Okay.
Like my favorite people.
Or maybe just go with your strongest name.
Oh, okay. Like
yeah.
who's going to carry the most weight?
Yeah.
All right. Wow. I didn't even know these. I've never once searched this. This is wild.
So you're saying this is your first birthday buddy battle. All right, here we go. April 12th versus May 20th. Let's go weakest, strongest if you could. So
Ooh,
you lay
okay.
your card down, I'll lay mine down.
Well, my weakest certainly is not very weak. I would say Vince Gill.
Vince Gill is going to be taking on my 3rd, which is Rachel Platten. This is my fight song. So I think you win.
Yeah, I got you there. Nothing against Rachel, but I got you there.
Yeah. Okay, second card. Who are you going to lay down?
David Letterman.
Oh, I have Busta Rhymes.
Oh, well, that would be,
Ooh.
I mean, that's probably going to depend on who you ask.
Yeah, very
But-
true. My dad would put Letterman through.
I would say one of those has probably got some stuff in the Smithsonian,
Yeah.
and one maybe doesn't.
Right. All right. That one is close. All right. Who's the ace up your sleeve?
Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
I have Cher.
Again, who you ask.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Iron
golly.
Man versus- So you've got Letterman, Iron Man, and
Vince
Gill against Rachel Platten, Cher, and Busta Rhymes. I have a feeling my 3 is going to lose a lot of battles here. I felt strong with Cher. That's why I started this game.
I mean, if you're going decade by decade,
Yeah.
I mean, Cher's had a career for like 70 years or something.
Yeah.
So that's pretty strong.
She's still putting out hits, I think.
That's right. Yeah, in certain communities. Yeah.
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 Let's go into a new song from Cochren and Company. Can you just tell me about The Lows, where the song came from?
Yeah, The Lows is a song on the record that was really important to me to write because I wanted to be more open and more transparent on this record about the struggles that I have. Because I have found that every time I do that, every time I get real in a concert or with people about things I've walked through, it like frees them up to be open about what they're struggling with. And I struggle with a lot of worry, a lot of fear of the unknown, and it feels like storms in my life. A lot of times it feels like it, and you don't really know why. You're just like, why is it? I know a lot of people battle with depression and very serious things, mental health and just spiritual health things, and it feels like storms. It feels like, we're never going to make it out of this rain cloud that we're underneath or whatever. And but I think just like with nature, how God has given us this picture of every storm does pass and the sun comes back out.
Yeah.
I think that's our life, and I think that God walks us through those seasons, and maybe it's a week or a month or a year or truly a longer season of hard times. But I've come to believe that the low seasons are the times that we grow the most, more than the high seasons. And I think that you don't get to those high seasons without walking through. So the chorus says, you realize you can't have the highs without the lows. That was the encouragement I wanted to send out with this song.
Cool. You're out on the road right now with one of my favorite humans on the planet, Darren Mulligan. We Are Messengers.
Yeah.
Who's a guy that a lot of us, whenever we go see them, it's not because of the music. It's because there's something about this guy. He just does not care about looking good to anybody. He is a guy who, he reminds me of a modern day disciple. Like, he's just out there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Ireland and build a cabin in the woods. And then, on stage, he's capable of just saying the most amazing things that are not pre-planned or rehearsed.
Yeah.
What's been your experience with him?
He's a wild card.
Yeah.
For sure. But in the best way.
Right.
You never know what he's going to say, and his accent makes it all sound better.
Oh, yeah. But he's
sure.
been through some junk in
He's
his
been
life.
through. The first time I met him was 2014, maybe. I was opening for him in Indiana at a small concert.
Yeah.
And he had just gotten off Winter Jam, I think, at the time or something. And I've just seen him at concerts over the years, and finally got to know him a few years back, and we've written together a lot and become friends, and we've found ourselves at festivals all the time, and we've been talking for like 2 or 3 years, and I was like, we need to tour together. And so finally it worked out schedule-wise to do it this year, and it's a great time.
Right, and you're also doing a Christmas tour. We'll let people know where you're going to be spreading holly jolly goodness this Christmas season. I guess we'll thank you for coming in, and next time we'll see you at a rest stop.
Yes.
And our new favorite Hoosier.
Hey, there we go.
Is Cochren. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thanks so much for having me on.
The Thursday Afternoon Chat. Your favorite artists with Jayar.